victory has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Today, we're treated to an entertaining preseason contest. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And finally, Brock, we can say it. Football is back. Look at that. We didn't even practice that. Wins and losses don't quite count just yet, partner. But for a lot of people, us included, we are just happy to see games being played once again.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for fans of the sport. And it's one thing to have a draft and OTAs. It's another to actually start hitting one another. And I know for these guys on the field, they can't wait to hit somebody else. And it's also the time to fight for roster spots and start shaping your roster for week number 1.
And this gets out to the 30 before he stops.
The Bears take over.
So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led up by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. I mean, oftentimes, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. That finds Kmet downfield. And he's going to set them up with a first down on a huge gain.
That's good.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Williams to throw on first. It's taken in by Romadunze. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one.
17 yards.
And that's good for a Bears first down.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Now here's the Andre switch on the ground. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
12 more yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and goal at
That's
the
pretty good
4-yard
right there
line.
now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Swift. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
The line of scrimmage.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. Working from the gun, Williams. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bears 7, Dolphins nothing.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Washington now to return. Coverage coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Washington on
So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
I've heard from many of Tua's peers in the league that there's just not a more accurate guy. If you wanted to just do an accuracy test in the NFL, yeah, Tua's going to hit that target as much as anybody in the league. Avoiding injury and being available is really the only question mark now in Tua's career.
Tua taken right to the air. That's caught. Devon Achane. And this one doesn't go far.
Complete to
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. He won't be able to get past the line. And very quickly, Brock, they could be facing third down to begin this ball game.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Waddle makes the catch. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
Pass. Complete to number 17, Jalen Waddle. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Miami.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Running with Achane out of the gun. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
The tackle
Stay
made back at
on
his 48-yard
schedule.
line.
SOS. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, you've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks that it takes some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Washington.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. Back to throw. Tua. Short pass brought in. And this is going to be 4th down, Brock. He's out of bounds well shy of what they needed there.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
This one's headed for the sideline and out. Look at the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crawls. The Bears offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Swift to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That's complete to Komet on a slant. Big man's showing up the yards. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
It's a gain of 64 yards. That's good for a Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Williams on first down. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
DeAndre Swift.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running with Swift out of the gun. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Williams from the gun. And he's able to get this down to the 13. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's good for a Bears first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
All set up now for 1st and 10. And a shotgun to give to Swift. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Swift, the ball carrier.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Now Williams. No touchdown. It's intercepted. Mika Fitzpatrick has got it.
That's one of those times, Kate, especially on the opening drive. You come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. A handoff for Madison, running left. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Tua off the play fake. Throw to the right finds Waddle. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Complete to Jalen
Well, the defense
Waddle.
was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Tua now from the gun. This finds its target. That's Hill. And he'll pick up enough to move the chain.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Dolphins.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here's a chain up the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Tyreek Stevenson on the tackle. It's a gain of 10. And a Dolphin first down.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
First down, and they go right back to it. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
It's going to be a pickup of about 2. That leaves him with 3rd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defense linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Throwing, here's to Marino on 3rd. Here's a loft deep down the middle. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked off by Jaquan Briscoe. And the Bears return this one to the 10 before their return is halted.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. This drive is going to begin with a run by Swift. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
That's good for a Chicago
Like
Bears.
that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Going to run again with Swift. Great work there to evade the tackle. But the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. This is Swift. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And the Dolphins with 6 DBs on the field here. They're in the dime. 3rd down. Williams to throw. Oh, he was on the move, but so is the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
He's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. Things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the 3rd time's the charm for them. They find some success. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They run the counter to HN. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
At the 32-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
And the Bears bring in an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. Here's Tua. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
The individual player taking over a drive isn't limited to just skilled players on the offense. If a defender gets in a groove like this, he can wreck a drive single-handedly with his pass rush. That is back-to-back sacks for him now. And it sure seems like whatever move he's throwing out there, it's working.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35.
The Bears take over
Chicago getting set to take the field now. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's Williams. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Williams will look to throw. Running right side by Moore. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now here's Williams. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. I love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Torrey Taylor on to punt.
For the Bears.
And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Fair catch called in at the 18-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field.
At their own 19-yard
and coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with A-Chan. Looks at a one-stop. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
A gain of 13
Simply
yards.
put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. play action. Tagovailoa. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. Tua looking to throw. He's on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Finds him on the crossing route. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Man in motion, headed right. This one's a little too fast forward to his man coming across. They were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing on 3rd. Tagovailoa. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. They bring their tight end left. Tagovailoa throwing on 4th. He finds it beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
First down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On play action, here's Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Tua again. Finds him over the middle. He can't escape a quick tackle after the catch. Tackles at the 20. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Miami.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Sticking in the air, it's Tagovailoa. That's to Waddle again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Chain on the inside give. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They go play action with Tagovailoa. Dump off to his fullback.
complete.
The Dolphins can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins tie this game 7-7.
Jason Sanders.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Devin Duvernay to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The
Bears offense now heads back out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Toss play, Swift. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Willie Gay on
for a linebacker to make a tackle for loss on a toss play like that, yes, it's about speed, but even more so, Kate, that was a perfect angle he took.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again.
For the Bears.
Washington on to handle this return. Pressure was there, but he got it away. This is a good kick. Fair catch, but we can see both a flag and a punter on the ground. Let's see if this is a call for 5 or 15 yards. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this 1st down. Here, following the penalty. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Here's 2nd and 11. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
13 yards on the play. And the Bears 1st down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 48. He set up the screen here to Swift. On the move, past the 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Staying grounded with Swift. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jack Jones making that tackle.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Williams from the gun. On the move, headed right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears take a 2nd-quarter lead. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. It looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him, had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
Santos connects down the point after. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7.
Dolphins 7.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Washington now to return. Escapes in the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. He fires one deep down the left side. Big gain downfield. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, Dolphins.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They kick the running back in motion. First down, Tagovailoa throw. Right back to Hill. This is caught. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
To number 10,
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. It's his fullback. And the game only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Keeping it on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Stop made by Andrew Billings. A gain on the play. 1st down, Miami.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Markers reset. Ball at the 37. Out of this shotgun, a give to A.J. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Staying on the ground here with A.J. He'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. On the keeper, here's Tagovailoa. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, that happens so fast. That decision, we talk about decisions in the passing game all the time, but in these run options where you give it to the back or you keep it yourself, that decision-making is so critical. Well done to get the 1st.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff for A.J. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
The tackle by
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Tua off the play fake. Buys time, rolling right. And he's tackled for no gain.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often the unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. It's only a chip shot from the right hand. Sanders sends it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Bears about set for their next possession. They'll They'll try to emphasize what worked on their
27-yard
last
line.
drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The ball carrier.
Job one of so
Taken
many
down
D
right
tackles
at
in
the
this
line of
league is
scrimmage.
eat up space.
No gain
Don't
on
get
the
moved
play.
off your
Brings
spot.
up
But the
2nd
difference
and
makers,
10.
they just
At
not
the
only eat the
27-yard
space,
line.
they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down.
The line of scrimmage.
As that linebacker
gain
makes
on the
that
play.
tackle right in the middle of the
Brings
field,
up
all
3rd
I'm
down
thinking about
and
right now,
9.
Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
And on 3rd down, Dolphins coming out in the dime, expecting a pass. Williams will look to throw. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But it appears that the Bears were able to get their paws on that one, so they're keeping the football. Chicago
Taylor
brings
in
out the
punt
punting
formation
unit.
for the Bears.
And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's at to punt and sends this flying. Picked up at the 38. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
The Dolphins take over 1st and
The
10.
Dolphins are
At
back
their
on
own
offense.
38-yard
Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They send Hill right. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running with A.J. and out of the gun. And he's not far from that 1st down marker, is he, partner? Up to the 47. 3rd down coming up.
On the tackle.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Tagovailoa looking to throw here on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop in. And the defense comes through to back him up and hit a 4th down.
A loss of 8 yards. Another 3 and out.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. It's the Dolphins dealing with 4th and 8. Ryan Stonehouse back out there again to punt it away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bears back out on offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Williams to throw. Into traffic, complete. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 27. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at
you
the 48-yard line.
want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first time out.
Gain of 7.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the ladder. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Big strike here to Moore. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's good.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. First down from the red zone. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Intended for DJ
Oh, that drop
Moore.
is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Here's Williams again. And that's going to be flattened. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. TJ for the touchdown. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Okay, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears drive their lead to 11.
Bears 21, Dolphins 10.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Washington now to return. This makes it up to the 25.
Dolphins take over first.
The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. First call here coming from the shotgun. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's He's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line.
13 yards.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this
Miami.
crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Caught by Washington, left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Complete to
Miami calls a timeout here. It's second.
A 5-yard
And they still have
gain.
one in their pocket for
Brings
what's
up
left of
second
this
down
half.
At the 45-yard
This is one of those kind of
line.
win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Tua now from the gun. Now he takes it, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Complete to Nick Westbrook-Akine. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 40-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. The final throw before the break. Catch is made down the right sideline. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Always a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Washington now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Here comes the Miami offense for the opening possession of the third. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. A-Chain running to the right. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Tua out of the pistol. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. This one gets to the 22. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down.
Jalen Waddle. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
situation where we got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
They'll bring out the punter here. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. Fields this clean at the 30. He innovated the coverage team for months. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Bears send Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, here's Swift. His charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, give to Swift. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Taken down back.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Williams set to pass. Over the middle to Moore. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Taylor
punt team on the field.
For the Bears.
Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Miami is set to take over once again on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Before he's brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. They go play action with Tagovailoa. Gets this one to Waller. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On play action, here's Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Intended for
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Tua. It's a big strike to Hill. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Complete to number 10.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 14. First down, Miami.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's a chain up the middle, and he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Devin Duvernay.
Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. One play action, Williams. This is Loveland working the right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Williams on the play action. Hits him on the out route. And will be stopped now. What to like about that effort?
I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. For in practice, they're both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
Running behind center with Swift. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Williams from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing, getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Working from the gun, Williams. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference, and that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
He's back to throw. That's cut near the marker. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He's going to keep it this time. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. Never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on it. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. That's a nice run in there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down. The play fake, Williams. On him quick, and they bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
11-yard loss on
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now Williams. They set up the screen here to Swift. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Complete to DeAndre Swift.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Santos' kick is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our 2nd half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Washington now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Miami offense headed out there now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Trying for the deep ball. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Incomplete.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Got to figure out this third down here. Tagovailoa back to throw. Here's a screen for H.A. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. Let's see what he can do on the return. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
To number 15, Rome Odunze. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and inches at the 46-yard line.
Options are open here. It's second and inches. They'll run now with Swift. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Williams off the play fake. The left side is hauled in by Loveland. This one doesn't get much, down to the 41. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. The trusty tight end.
From the 41. The left side finds Birdie. And they make the stop. I'm going to say about the 37-yard line.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 1.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Running for it is Swift. And this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one. And the effort brings up fourth down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So on fourth down, that is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And the game stays at 11.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a chance. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he's across midfield with a gain that sets him up for 3rd and very short.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. Tungavello keeping it on the sneak. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Switching it up here. Tungavello to throw. Waller with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
To number 83, Darren Waller. A 28-yard gain. And a Dolphin 1st down.
Waste of time.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. A-chain on the inside give. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
He's taken down at the
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now, Tungavello. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
They steal the frequency on those opposing headsets. Somebody read lips or steal a signal from the opposing sideline, Kate, because somehow this defense knew what was coming. They broke on that screen. It was incredible. What a stop.
And the Bears showing dime for this 3rd down play. Two now from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback hit him clock, right? You know, and he ended up time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
Sanders sends it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that made. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
So after figuring out the flag, now we've reached the end of our 3rd quarter. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. You hate to see this on fourth down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Tagovailoa to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Dolphins now within 1 score in the 4th. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play. Yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
So now a big spot for the Dolphins here as they line up for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for
Tagovailoa will look to throw. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late.
24. Dolphins 21.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Jason Sanders.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Duvernay on the return. To the defender. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The
Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. One play action, Williams. Catch is made down the right sideline. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this one you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Inside handoff to Swift. And they are going to have to face a third down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and just 2 to go. Williams willing to throw. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage for the new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
On the carry, it's Swift. Got him a good handful there as it brings up second down.
The ball carrier.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. Going to run again with Swift. And second down only works out for a yard.
Swift, again, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun here. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 11.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it with Swift. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bears make it a 9-point advantage. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears make it a 10-point ball game.
Score, Bears 31, Dolphins 21.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Washington now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Finds his back. Achane. And he's going to go out of bounds on a rough first down effort there. They're going to lose at least a few.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Shotgun snap now. It's over by Law. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Tagovailoa facing third and long. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Fair catch made here at the 30. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They've got first down from the 31. Here's Smith to start the drive. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield.
A gain of 10 yards.
If you really study the great teams when it comes to running that play, that draw concept, watch the offensive line's pad line. Those defenders, those linebackers, they're looking for cues and tells. If that offensive line gives it away, that play gets hit in the mouth. Instead, well, those guys sold it just perfectly, and the yards followed.
First down throw by Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Working from the gun, Williams. It's on the in route. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Bears first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, Williams to throw. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Thrown away and
I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. And the shotgun to get to Swift. And a productive run there on second down. It's a gain of 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Williams to throw on third. Oh, no, the ball is loose. But it appears that the Bears were able to get their paws on that one. So they're keeping the football.
A gain of 2. Brings up fourth down and less than a yard.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. Fourth down, Williams. And this one swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built himself up a little buffer here, Kate, but it's never over till it's over.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. First and 10. Running back sent in motion. First down, here's Tua. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on first down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to second.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. There's a screen for Achane. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Tua to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Bears about set for their next possession. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. First and 10 now from the 30. Williams from the gun. Big strike here to Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Move the chain!
And the Bears
gotta move the